Hi everyone, welcome to Easy Drive channel. Today we are going to look at Segnale di Divieto, prohibition signs. These are signs that are telling you on things not to do while you are using the road. The first one here is telling you not to circulate on that road. It is called Divieto di Transito. You cannot transit on that road. That means you can't pass through that road with any kind of vehicle. In some cases, they will add a panel under it to indicate the vehicle that are exempted from this Divieto di Transito. It might also have a panel indicating the time at which this particular signal is valid. The second one here is called SENSO VIETATO. It is a sign that will not allow you to enter a particular road. But you will see other vehicle coming out from the road. So it's called SENSO VIETATO. It's not that vehicles cannot use the road, but you cannot enter from that direction. So vehicle can only come out from the road. So it's a one-way road. This one here is called Divieto di Sorpasso, prohibition to overtake. In this case, all kind of vehicle are prohibited to overtake any vehicle that is above two wheel. It's a sign that tells you that you cannot overtake any vehicle above two wheel. So in this case, you can overtake motorcycle, you can only overtake bicycle. So every other kind of vehicle apart from motorcycle, bicycle is forbidden. This sign is telling you that it's not allowed for you to overtake them. Here we have the sign called distanciamento minimum. This one is telling you about the minimum distance you should keep between you and the car ahead of you. It's telling you, it's a sign that is regulating this distance. Probably they are going to place this kind of sign in a slopey area where they will not want you to go too close to the car at your front. So in this case, they indicate 70 meters. So you are going to keep a minimum distance of 70 meters. You can keep 80, but you cannot keep 60. So minimum of 70 meters is what you will keep between you and the car ahead of you. This one is talking about MASSIMO speed, LIMITE, MASSIMO di VELOCITA. In this case, the velocity here that you are allowed to reach when you come across this sign is 80 kilometers per hour. Sometimes they might make it 50, sometimes it might be 60, depends on how the case may be. Sometimes it might even be 130, 90, depends on the road. So this one is a sign telling you not to drive above 80 kilometers per hour. And here it is a sign telling you not to use your horn. So you know we have different kind of pollution when it comes to driving. This is called acoustic pollution. So for you not to pollute the environment with noise, these signs are placed in a particular area when they will not allow you to make use of your horn. It is called Divieto di segnalazione acustica. Divieto di segnalazione acustica. Sometimes they might place it very close to the court, very close to the school, even very close to the hospital. So the only time you make use of your horn is when it is extremely necessary, in case of danger, in case like you want to, when it is a must that you must use it. So when you make use of your horn in this kind of area and the road agent, the police officers, if you are not lucky enough and they ask you why you make use of your horn, why you blew your horn, and you are not able to explain yourself, they might penalize you for that. Here we have Divieto di sorpasso per il veicolo di massa a pieno carico superiore a 3,5 tonnellate. This one is talking about prohibition for overtaking, but it is not for all categories of vehicle. Here, any vehicle that is a vehicle, kind of vehicle that carries load, and the weight of the load that the vehicle can carry is more than 3.5 ton, that kind of vehicle cannot overtake on this road. So it's a bit different from this one. This one is telling you that any kind of vehicle cannot overtake, but in this case, the particular category of vehicle cannot overtake, which is vehicle that is destined to carry load and the weight more than 3.5 ton cannot overtake on this road. So not just that it cannot only overtake, in this case the truck cannot overtake anything, any vehicle that has engine. But in this case, because this one is very confusing, in this case, any kind of vehicle cannot overtake any vehicle that is more than two wheel, because the questions are always interwoven. They always confuse these two signals. That is why I want to spend some time here. These two signals, they ask almost the same question to confuse somebody. In this case, they are talking about the truck capable of carrying the load more than 3.5 ton cannot overtake any vehicle that has engine. So in this case, it cannot overtake motorcycle, but in this case, the vehicle can overtake motorcycle, but it cannot overtake any vehicle more than two wheel. Here, it cannot overtake motorcycle because motorcycles has engine, but here, the truck can overtake bicycle. So the next one here is transito vietato ai veicoli a trazione animale. Transit are forbidden for vehicles that are drawn by animal. Here, transito vietato ai pedoni, that is transit prohibited for pedestrians. There are some road pedestrians are not allowed to trek on the road. Transito vietato alle biciclette, roads that forbid the transit of bicycles. Transito vietato ai motocicli, these are roads that forbid the transit of motorcycles. So you have to take note of these signs very well. You see this one, the bicycles is drawn inside, pedestrian is drawn inside. So because sometimes they ask question like, say, this road forbid bicycle from transit, it is fast, so because this particular one is for bike. Don't go and use your head to think maybe if this road can forbid bike, it should also forbid bicycle. No. If the road is going to forbid bike, motorcycle and bicycle, they are going to place the two signs there. So don't try to think for them. This one prohibits the transit of motorcycle. This one prohibits the transit of bicycle. This one prohibits the transit of, we can call it wheelbarrow, any vehicle that is being pushed with our hands. So this one prohibits the use of it, like truck. The truck we push with our hand. So it's called transito vietato ai veicoli a braccia. So unpropelled vehicle, that is the correct way to say it. Unpropelled vehicles, which is truck that are not motorized. Transito vietato ai tutti auto veicoli. Transito vietato ai tutti gli auto veicoli. This one is telling you that it is prohibited for all kind of vehicle to transit on this road. When we say auto veicoli, it means every vehicle that has engine. So don't confuse it with the very first one. This one prohibits every kind of vehicle. This one prohibits every kind of vehicle apart from pedestrians. But in this case, when they add auto veicoli, anytime you see auto, it's talking about the engine. In this case, it is prohibition only for vehicles that have engine. When we say vehicle that have engine, we're talking about motorcycle, tricycle, we're talking about trucks, we're talking about autobus, we're talking about every kind of vehicle that have engine. So if they have exemption, they will use panel under it to signify that these categories of vehicle are exempted. Probably they want to exempt vehicles that are coming to clean the road. So if they have any exemption, they will add it under with a panel. Here we have Transito Vietato agli Autobus. This one forbids autobus to transit on that road. Here we have Transito Vietato ai veicoli di massa a pieno carico superiore a 3,5 tonnellate. This one is talking about transit forbidden for vehicles that are destined for carrying goods. And not just only the fact that it is destined for carrying goods, the weight of the vehicle has to be more than 3.5 tons before this sign can penalize that vehicle. So any vehicle that carry load and the weight of the vehicle is more than 3.5 tons, this sign forbids that vehicle to transit on that particular road. It's not talking about autobus. So even if autobus weigh 20 tons, it can use the road because this sign is referring to trucks that are carrying goods. Not all trucks that are carrying goods, but the one that the weight is more than 3.5 tons. In this case, they indicate the tonnage. Now, if you come across this sign, even if your truck is more than 3.5 tons, you can see pass. But if the truck is more than 6.5 tons, you cannot pass through this road. There will be an alternative road for you to use. So the particular road that you come across this sign, if your truck you are carrying is capable of carrying up to more than 6.5 tons, you cannot use the road. It's called Transito Vietato ai veicoli di massa a pieno carico superiore a tonnellate indicated ton, because sometimes they might make it 7.5, 8.5, so it depends on the numbers they are putting. And note, you have to take note of this thing I want to say. Even if the vehicle at the time of transit is not loaded to that weight, the sign still talk to the vehicle. As far as in the carta di circolazione, the vehicle paper, the papers that indicate that talk about the weight, the weight the vehicle is capable of carrying. As far as it is indicated on that paper that the vehicle can carry up more than 6.5 tons, you cannot make use of that road. That is why they call it massa complessiva. It is called massa complessiva. You understand? So if it is massa effettiva, it is talking about the weight at which you are moving at that particular time. Transito vietato ai veicoli a motore trainanti un rimorchio. It's talking about a transit prohibited for vehicle that is towing another vehicle. Like we are talking about long trailer, a vehicle that have turntable, or you are towing another vehicle on your back. So this kind of road, you cannot tow vehicle and still pass through this road. In this case, we have Transito Vietato alle macchine agricole. This one forbids you to transit through this road with agricultural machines like tractor and its kind. Transito Vietato ai veicoli che trasportano merci pericolose. This road forbids vehicles that are transporting dangerous products. This road forbids vehicles that are transporting dangerous goods, like fuel tanker and its kind. So there's a particular question that always come on with this particular sign. It will say il segnale raffigurato vieta i veicoli che si uso i benzina nel sabateo. It's talking about this sign forbidding a particular vehicle that is using the fuel tank, the fuel that has fuel tank inside is service tank. It is faster, because this sign is not asking you not to pass through that road because you have fuel in your service tank. It's only asking you not to pass through that road because you are transporting fuel. So if you are a water tanker, you can pass through the road. So it doesn't matter that if your vehicle is using fuel to move. Then transito vietato ai veicoli che trasportano esplosivo or prodotti facilmente inflammabile. It's talking about the fact that this sign prohibits every vehicle that is transporting explosive material or material that are easily inflammable. So if you know that you are transporting material that are easily inflammable, like grenade, gunpowder, and other of its kind, this road is not for you. So there's always an alternative road anywhere you see this sign. So you always use the alternative road. Transito vietato ai veicoli che trasportano prodotti sostenibili di contaminare acqua. It's talking about a transit prohibition for vehicle that is transporting product that can contaminate water. So if you are transporting any product that you know that the product can contaminate water, this road, you cannot continue on this road. So you have to use the alternative road. You cannot access this kind of road. Transito vietato ai veicoli aventi larghezza superiore a metri indicator. Like he's talking about if your vehicle has a breadth, a width more than this figure. Like when we say width, we are talking about the largeness of the vehicle. If the largeness of your vehicle is more than 2.30, you cannot use this road. Automatically, if you use the road, the side of your vehicle will be crushed, because probably you are very close to a particular bridge where where a vehicle that is more than 2.30 meter cannot use, because that place is too tight. Here we are talking about transito vietato ai veicolo aventi altezza superiore a indicated metric. It's talking about transit prohibition for vehicle that have a height that is more than this indicated height, 3.5 meters. So if you know that the height of your vehicle is more than 3.5 meters, you cannot use this road. But if the height of your vehicle is 3.5 meter, you can use the road. But anything more than 3.5 meter, that's why you see superiore. Anything that makes your vehicle to be higher than 3.5 meter, you cannot use the road. Transito vietato ai veicoli o complessi di veicoli aventi lunghezza superiore a 10 metri. So this one is talking about the length of your vehicle from the front to the back. So the length of your vehicle, if it is more than 10 meter, you cannot use the road. And also note one thing here. In this case, it is talking about any kind of vehicle. So don't be confused because they use the same image with this image. So it might look very confusing. So I will tell you what you will use to remember. Just imagine that we have a very curved, because this kind of sign they place it on an area where is a place that is very tight. So when you want to make the maneuver there, it's either the back of your vehicle will touch the wall or the front. So that in that particular place, always have the picture on your head that even if it is auto bus, even if it is government bus, even if it is military bus, it cannot just get there and the wall will shift for him. So since the place is too tight, it's too tight for all vehicle. So this one is talking about all kind of vehicles. Why this one is transito vietato ai veicoli aventi una massa superiore a 10 tonnellate. This one is massa effettiva. Massa effettiva superiore. Effective mass is talking about the particular weight at which your vehicle is weighing at the moment you are using it. It's unlike this particular one. Unlike this one, it doesn't matter if at that point your vehicle is weighing 3.5 ton because you have not loaded. As far as your vehicle is capable of carrying goods that is more than 6.5 ton, that sign is talking to you, because it is called massa complessiva. Massa complessiva is talking about load, the weight you are capable of carrying. It doesn't matter if you are carrying the load at that particular time or not. But here is massa effettiva. Massa effettiva, the effective weight that is talking about at that particular time, the weight at which you are. So it is possible, like, because they always put this one very close to a bridge, because maybe the particular bridge cannot take more than 7 tons weight. So it might be possible when you are going to a particular place to load, you can use the road, because probably your vehicle might be weighing 3.5 ton. So if you are coming back, you went to go and load extra 4 ton. So you cannot come and use the road again, because then 3.5 plus 4 becomes 7.5. So I'm just trying to make an example so that you understand what we are talking about. This one is talking about massa effettiva. It prohibits any vehicle that is on moving with a particular weight more than 7 ton. Okay, in this case, it prohibits vehicles with the massa effettiva sul asse. Transito vietato ai veicoli aventi massa per asse superiore at 36.5 ton. What we mean is that in each axle of your vehicle, if the weight of each axle is more than 3.5 ton at the particular time you are moving on the road, the sign prohibits you from using that road. So you have to use the alternative route. Probably there's a bridge that if each of your axle weigh more than 6.5 ton, you cannot make use of that road. This one is called via libera. So whenever you see any kind of prohibition sign, or any kind of prohibition sign you have seen before now, so when you come across this one terminates every kind of prohibition sign. So this one is just like you neutralize every prohibition sign that you have seen before now. So if any of these signs that you have seen before you see this one, immediately you see this one is telling you that those signs are terminated. Fine limitazione di velocità. So if, for instance, you formally see a speed limit of 50 kilometers per hour as a maximum speed, immediately you come across this one, you will now understand that you cannot go above 50. Depends on the kind of road you are driving on. So this one, it terminates a previous speed limit. This one terminates the previous law that says you cannot overtake. So this one terminates in this place. Now you can now make your overtaking. Fine di divieto di sorpasso. In this case, fine di divieto di sorpasso per il veicolo di massa a pieno carico superiore a 3,5 tonnellate. So this one is talking about before, if you see the sign, this sign that says you cannot overtake for vehicles having the weight more than 3.5 ton destined for carrying goods. So this particular sign is being terminated when you come across this sign. When you come across this sign, so this sign terminates the forbidding for overtaking for trucks. Divieto di sosta. This is forbidding to park. Sosta means park. That is what we call long stop. You make a final park. What we mean park is you stop your vehicle, off the engine, roll up and lock your vehicle, walk away. That is called sosta. It is different from ferma. So this one is telling you that in this place you cannot sosta. So but in this, if you come across this sign, you can be on your car, maybe you want to ask question about the road you are going, or you want to talk to somebody, or you want to drop off passenger. So it is allowed here. When we say ferma, I said it in the other video. When we say fermata is called fermata because the bus will just stop the passengers there and continue to the next bus stop. So this one is not divieto di ferma. This one is divieto di sosta. Here you cannot leave your vehicle here, but you can stop here and be inside. Divieto di fermata. You see the difference? Because most time they ask some questions concerning this one, they will ask it here. One thing I forgot to say about this one, when you come across this sign inside the town, in the absence of any other panel added to it, the sign is valid from 8 o'clock in the morning to 8 o'clock in the evening, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. So you can park and leave your vehicle from 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. So that's why if you are walking in the town, inside the town, if you watch very well, you will see they will add a panel to it and write 024. That is telling you that the sign is valid for all time. So in the absence of that 024, you can park from 8 p.m. till 8 in the morning within the town, but foreign della città, outside the city center, the sign is valid for 24 hours. In this case, divieto di ferma. This one is valid for 24 hours. This one does not allow you to stop. So a place that does not allow you to make a quick stop cannot also allow you to make a park. It's very simple. It's very clear, straightforward. This one is a sign that telling you that you have package, so you are very free to park. Sometimes they might add panel to it telling you the time for parking and the time for you not to park. This one is directing you to a park ahead of you. It's telling you that in the next street by the right, if you use the next street by the right, you will see parking. You will meet this kind of sign there. So it's just directing you. Say previsto di parcheggio. It's telling you, give you a parking notice. Passo, carrabile. I think I also talked about this one in my previous video. Is an entrance into a private property. So once you see this one, you cannot make a long stop. You cannot park your vehicle at the entrance. So there are different kind of parking. Like you see some place, if you park your vehicle, if you see some no parking and you park your vehicle there, sometimes you might just be penalized. You come back and meet multa on top of your car. But in some case, they will need to tow off the vehicle. So sometimes they will indicate it. So, but anytime you see a disabled parking, it is always a tow off. So before you come back, they will tow off the vehicle and they will penalize you. You will even lose some points. That is this case. This sign is telling you not to park, and they are telling you because it is a parking for disabled. Look at it. No parking on the top. Parking for disabled. It's very clear. This is no parking because this is a parking for disabled. So in this case, the vehicle will be told if they meet it there, and you will lose some points from your driver's license if you leave your vehicle there. And to even further indicate it, at the pavement, at the surface of the road, you see they will draw it with a yellow line. So any yellow line is prohibited from parking. So that is what I said earlier. You see, now there are some particular time that they will not allow you to park, and there are some particular time that they will allow you to park. This one, a lot of people fail these questions because the questions that come with this one, they want to know if you understand this sign. So in this case now, if you see at the top, there is no parking. So no parking start from 7 in the morning till 9. You cannot park. Then in the evening, 5 in the evening till 8 o'clock in the evening, you cannot also park. But what are the time that you can park? Look at parking under. From 9 in the morning till 5 in the evening, you can park. From 8 in the evening till 7 in the morning, you can also park. So this is what this sign is saying. So they always add it together within the town. I see it in a lot of places. So one other thing you must do, if you know that you have registered on a driving school, or you are following me already, or you want to have a driver's license, you also need to be looking at all these signs while you are going on the town. So I remember when I have not started attending driving school, I was not even having this one on my mind. I never take notice of the signs everywhere in the town. But now that you started following me, I know that you will start seeing all these things inside the town, and you will see the way they work. So if I have time, I will make the reality video so that I will show you exactly where they are. So thank you for watching, and remember to hit the notification button, subscribe, share to your loved ones, share with other people. And another better way for you to study is to study with people that are also interested in the same vision, in the same goal. So talk to them, study with them, and I will try my possible best to make the next video come through as soon as possible. Thank you, and bye for now. Thanks for watching.